All right, visiting with Royal Baseball head coach Abe Arguello. Say it, Coach.
Abe Arguello.
I blew it, didn't I? Right
No
off the
worries.
bat. So,
Been dealing with it a long time.
talk about the baseball season here at Royal. This is your first year as head coach. You have 11 guys on the roster who have never played baseball before. But, man, the progress I've seen y'all made already is incredible. Talk about the guys. They seem like great players.
Well, you hit it on the nail on the head, Scott. The 11 kids that have never played baseball, they walked up and they said, "Coach, I want to try and play." And my wife said, "Hey, you took this job to go back to your roots where you are most happy, and that's teaching the game." So from when they started till right now, I can't be any more proud and more pleased of the progress that, Juan Perez, a couple of guys like Brandon Ramirez, Daniel Perez, the other Daniel Ramirez, a couple of those guys that have never played, Matthew Guthrie, those guys are just starting out, and they're freshmen and sophomores, so the future's going to look good if they stick with it. What I'm most excited about is how our upperclassmen, Nick Anderson, Jose Martinez, Connor Ackley, Jesus Bernal, those guys have come to the younger kids, and they've meshed so well. They've kind of put them under their wing, and you know as well as I do that chemistry is what really makes a ball club. So we may not be winning any titles or any games right now, but we're winning on team chemistry, and that's the first step.
Talk about your baseball career. You've been head coach at some of the biggest Houston area schools. Tell us where you've been and what has brought you to Royal.
Well, I've been very blessed. My two mentors, the two mentors that I have in my life that I always say that are the two guys that I want to emulate myself the most are Rainer Noble. He was my coach at the University of Houston. He was like a second dad to me. And George Garza. George Garza was the head baseball coach at Lamar High School, where I graduated from many years ago. He took over the program, and the powerhouse that Lamar High School is now, believe me, those roots got started, by George Garza and David Munoz and a couple of guys that, Tony Ponce, that I kind of got my opportunity to coach high school baseball at. As I progressed and developed under his guidance, I got a great opportunity to coach with him and Coach Noble at the University of Houston as an assistant coach there. That was a dream come true. Then I got a great opportunity to become the head baseball coach at Westside High School. In my years at Westside High School, I learned a lot. It was a great experience. Taught me to have a certain demeanor and just kind of made me the baseball coach that I am today. It really prepared me to kind of carry that flag of being a head coach. Opportunity to go back to college at Texas A&M Kingsville was something that just kind of fell in my lap. I wasn't really looking for it, and became the recruiting coordinator there. We literally got one out away from the College World Series. It made me feel real good, and I was blessed to have the opportunity given to me by Coach Gonzalez there to be the recruiting coordinator and get talents from all over Texas, as north and as high east and north as Paris Junior College, all the way as far south as right next to Kingsville, throughout the Houston area, throughout small towns in Texas. It kind of opened my eyes to realizing how difficult college baseball coaching is, and your ups and your downs with it. But that's kind of me in a nutshell. I graduated from Lamar High School. Played baseball at Texarkana Junior College for Rob Childress, and then played at the University of Houston for Rainer Noble, and the rest is history. I came to Royal. The opportunity that Eric Robinson gave me, it also kind of fell in my lap through Bobby Oakley. It's all about who you know in this business, and my wife and I were in a point in our life where we really were contemplating being outside the city but close enough. So Brookshire just made the most sense. We moved our family out here. My daughter has, excelled incredibly at the junior high. She's helped start a drama program. She's coming here next year to the high school. So we want to make, Brookshire Royal our home for a long time.
Two things I want to say. U of H, one of the best baseball programs, obviously, in the nation. I went to U of H. And your daughter is an incredible student trainer as well. I think she does everything.
That's right.
She's all over the place. Talk about Royal. They're really in Brookshire, and right here, Brookshire-Patterson, there really is no Little League program to feed into the high school program. Any possibility in the future? I mean, it goes by population, and I know you can go to Katy or
Sure.
maybe even Sealy, but any possibility of that, or the numbers just not there?
Absolutely. The numbers are tough, and here's what I have to say to that. You have a guy in Stacy Ackley who's doing all the right things, who's built. Actually, it's already built a little league field over at the Boys and Girls Club here in Brookshire. This past summer, I had a free camp. We had 36 little ones come out, age group 6 through 12. So the numbers are limited, yes, but the numbers are there. So we've got to publicize it. We've got to make it known that that Brookshire is trying to start a little league. Mr. Austin over at the Boys and Girls Club has got to do a good job. We're going to help him along with that, with Coach Robinson and I, Mr. Ackley. We need parent support. That's the key. In order to have a little league, parents have to be courageous, and they have to get out of their mold and come try to coach, even if they don't know anything about coaching. What we don't want is those parents that think they know everything, and they're going to come in and teach coaches, what they want to do, how they want to do, and leave that to the coaches here. Leave that to the coaches to give the instruction. We're going to develop a good program as long as we get the kids that have the want to. Brookshire is a diamond in the rough. It really is. If enough kids realize, hey, there's a baseball program, and they start early, they'll start playing it at the junior high, and they'll start playing it, with me at the high school. Pretty soon, before you know it, 3, 4, 5 years down the road, the fact that we didn't have a little league will be a thing of the past. So it's my belief that I think that's something to look forward to. I think that's something to look forward to around the community. Something else to look forward to is we have been approved to be the host of a collegiate summer league baseball team here at our facility. Our facility here at Brookshire Rural High School is top notch. We have great facilities. We have an opportunity that we're going to host a Stan Musial team out here in West Houston that's going to be made up of college seniors. In other words, seniors that have graduated from high school that are college bound, and then freshmen that are going to be here coming in, back to getting some reps in, maybe didn't get to play a lot their freshman year. They're going to come back and play here at Brookshire High School. So at Royal High School, I should say. So it's a great opportunity for Brookshire as a community. We want people to come out. We want them to come out and support, see the facilities, contribute to the league. It's the Houston Summer Collegiate League. And it used to be Carl Young, known as Carl Young, but now it's kind of taken over a new name, new phase. The people that are running it are affiliated with West Chase Express. So it's going to be a great opportunity for us.
Well, and the numbers are going to grow out here. The way Katy's growing, the way
Right.
Houston's growing this direction. I mean,
Right.
there's going to be more and more people.
Absolutely.
Talk about, I know this is your first year. Have you seen any of the other district teams? Have you got a chance to see them play? And what's your take right now in the district?
Right.
Still early.
One of my best buddies in the world is Coach Montier over at Sealy. He doesn't get any better than that guy. So anytime you have to scrap it up against Sealy, you're already at a disadvantage. So you as a program, you want to get to where they're at. That's for sure. El Campo is always tough. Columbus is always put up a great program. Bay City, I feel that they're in a tight situation. I think that sometimes they're up, sometimes they're down. Just a matter of who they have coming back, if they're young or if they're experienced. I know Wharton, always produces a program that is competitive. So our program, our district. Is in a great situation, in a great spot, because you got programs that are well established, and then you got programs like us that are kind of starting over from scratch and trying to revamp. Coach Bozeman has done a fantastic job. I'd be blessed if he was still a coach with us. He's an incredible baseball guy. The deal that I feel that's going to be the make it or break it is what you talked about, Scott. Is can we get the young kids from the junior high right now? From the junior high to buy in and say, hey, I want to play football and baseball. That's a great balance. I want to run football. I want to play football, run a little bit of track, play baseball in the spring. If we get enough kids that wanting to kind of represent our school in that way, then I think it'll be a win-win for all of us. So I just feel that we're in a good spot district-wise.
Just like you mentioned earlier, all those communities, all those district co-members, they have Little League programs
That's
in
right.
those communities.
That's right.
And feed into it. So, Coach, I don't want to embarrass you, but I tell you, I received numerous emails. I've seen it on the Royal ISD Facebook page. People love you as a coach. The kids, I know. I've seen the kids themselves, but the parents too. They appreciate the effort you're putting into this, because they can tell you love these kids.
Yep.
And you care about them. You love baseball. You love sports, football, but thank you for what you're doing for Royal High School.
I
in
appreciate it,
Texas.
Scott. I appreciate it. It means the world to me. I want to make Brookshire my home. I told Mr. Ackley that and Coach Robinson that I want to be here for a long time. I want to see my daughter graduate from these hallways and go on into live the life that she wants to live. So the reason I want to give back, or the reason I want to be here, and I'm so happy to be here, is just basically what my wife just said. I just want to get back to teaching the game. I'm not worried about the scoreboard. That'll take care of itself. Sure, we want to put out a winning product. I know that's important for the community and for our administration. If we take care of teaching them how to play the game the right way, being responsible, being disciplined, I think everything else will take care of itself.
Coach, thanks for the time, and we'll see you next week a bunch. Spring break, but no
Absolutely.
spring break for baseball teams.
Good weather.
Coaches,
Good weather. That's right.
Going to see some games. Thanks, Coach.
Awesome. Thanks, Scott.